Welcome back. It's time once again for book club, and Kim Flores from the Springfield Greene County Library is joining me now. Kim, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm excited to talk about books today.
Yeah, I'm excited for your selections too because we were talking about it just a second ago. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. It's Remember, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this.
So I've been telling everybody I know about this book, and it has made me feel so much better about my own memory issues.
Okay.
I don't have Alzheimer's yet, I guess.
Yeah.
The subtitle is The Science of Memory and the Art of Forgetting. So those folks who may occasionally park and go into the mall and come back and can't find their car, it isn't that they have forgotten, it's probably that they never created the memory in the first place. You have to attend to your surroundings in order to create the memory.
Okay.
So you didn't forget, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And she also talks about things like that tip of the tongue phenomenon, where you can remember everything about something except the name of it. That is a very common thing, and it has to do with how you reconnect to the memory you made in the first place.
Very interesting.
It's really good. Lisa Genova is a neuroscientist as well as an author. She wrote Still Alice, which was a best-selling book and also an Oscar-winning movie.
Yeah.
So she's a really great writer. It's a very accessible book, and I just think everyone should read it.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I love about it is I feel like anyone and everyone can read it because it's applicable to everyone, which is kind of cool. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah, all right. So the second book we're going to talk about is called Packing for Mars. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, everyone thinks that space travel is so glamorous, right? And it really isn't quite so glamorous. So Mary Roach does a deep dive into how astronauts are trained, how they decide how to take food into space. You know, we rely on gravity for a lot of things, and your body does not work the same way in zero gravity. And it takes so long to get to Mars, all the things they have to pack to get there and get people back. It's just fascinating. And also, again, a very accessible read, entertaining, funny in places, but you learn a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it is interesting because I feel like a lot of people do fantasize about what life in space could be like. So for those people, what are they going to enjoy most about this book?
I think they'll enjoy those little details that you wouldn't know if someone hadn't done all this research.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what happens if you throw up in space?
Okay, valid, yeah.
And how hard it is, and you know, like the history there, how they use cadavers for impact studies. There's just so many little details that you wouldn't know if you didn't read this.
Okay, lots of good tidbits there then. All right, this last one, which I'm probably most excited for, is called The Things They Carried. I've read this book before, and it's really special, so tell me about it.
Yeah, so, you know, bestsellers are great, but sometimes it's really good to go back and talk and revisit a book you may have loved years ago or missed the first time around. And since Veterans Day is coming up on Friday, I thought this would be a great one to talk about. It's a series of short stories. Tim O'Brien was actually a soldier during the Vietnam conflict, and these stories are all based on his experience with getting his draft card, what it was like to be in country, and to be 24 years old and to be in charge of a group of men in a jungle where you don't really know what's going on.
Well, and something so special about the book, because like I mentioned, I've read it, is like he also talks about life coming back and those different circumstances that people deal with, which is really special. So, Kim, really great options today. Now tell me, if people want more information from the library, where can they go?
Well, thelibrary.org.
Best website in the business. I love it. So, all right, Kim, thank you so much for joining me. This was great.
Thank you for having me.